What's good, crypto? I'm your host, Marvin, here to bring you a daily scoop on what's going on in crypto. Bitcoin overnight had a major dippage down into the low 47,000 region, taking the rest of the altcoins down with it. But is this exactly what we talked about in the previous episodes? Are we on the merge of some major pumpage? Also, Budweiser is entering crypto, and who is the man addicted to buying into crypto? Well, let's talk about that today in today's episode. And of course, Monday through Friday, we come here to educate ourselves when it comes to investing in crypto to make life-changing wealth. None of this is financial advice, as I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure to do your own due diligence and to do your research. If you like the podcast, make sure to subscribe to it, share it with your friends, your neighbors, dogs, cats, turtles, and if you're on YouTube, comment and like and subscribe. That would mean so much to the channel, as I'm new and we're trying to grow, and I'm trying to bring you as much free knowledge as possible. And if you'd like to connect with me on Instagram, you can find me here at Media by Marvin. I'm a photographer and a videographer, and I hope to launch NFTs one day. And if you like my art, if you like all that goodness, please show me some love, say what's up. I love to connect, and I'm also on Twitter, of course, at Media by Marvin, tweeting away, talking about all the goodness that crypto brings. But let's jump into the markets, see what's going on. Overall, the market cap is down a little bit. We're at 2.08 trillion. Just a little bit down, but I'm so happy to see that we're over 2 trillion comfortably. Ethereum down at 31.91, down about 1% over the last day, up 4% on the week. Just a week ago, I think Ethereum wasn't even over $3,000. So, always keep things in perspective. Always zoom out when in doubt. Cardano at 275, it can't be stopped. It's so funny. Like, it was at 295 and now it's 274. It was literally this like 2 or 3 days ago. So it's like nothing really happened. Binance Coin, really good to see it, holding up 5% on the day, $500. Very surprised. And we take a look down. Some other coins taking a little bit of a hit. I feel like Uniswap and Chainlink have been struggling recently, but you know what? All altcoins have their day. They'll all have their moment. They're only up about 1% over the week. But over the month, we can see that they're about 38% collectively. Solana at $70, it was down like the mid 60s. I want to say earlier this morning when Bitcoin was at $47,000. Just taking a look at what's really down over the last day. Let's take a look at what's down, see if there's any good deals. Terra down about 5%, but of course it's up 236% on the month. So I don't think I would touch that. AMP has been lagging. This has been one that hasn't really been performing very well, but that's a bargain deal in my opinion. It's been at about 6 cents. It had a little bit of a pump over the weekend towards about 7 cents, but if you like AMP and maybe you haven't established a position in AMP, 6 cents is a pretty solid number. I think it dipped down to high 5 cents in the last couple of weeks, but it's really been solidifying 6 cents as pretty much support. If we just take a look at, can we take a look at overview, trading view? Yeah, if we take a look at the daily on AMP, it's really been right about over the 6 cent mark, really. Like, you can see here, it's had lots of touch points around 6 cents. Really hasn't done much, and we can see that it had a major pump over its Coinbase listing, and its max was, its all-time high was about 11 cents, 12 cents. So 6 cents, 50% off from its all-time high. So not too shabby in terms of bargain deals. Let's see if there's anything else that catches my eyes. AVAX has just been on tear. If you're an AVAX, good for you. PancakeSwap up to $26. I'm really surprised about that. That caught me off surprise. That's up 8%. Happy to see that. Let's see what else. Engine Coin. I have a lot of Engine Coin. I'm very, very bullish on Engine Coin personally. I think gaming is going to take off. NFTs, of course, that's a part of it, but metaverse and everything, I just see that it's going to be huge. And let's take a look. Well, Anything else on discount? I mean, there's a bit more red than green, absolutely, but there's not much of huge discounts right now. The only ones that like really stick out is maybe AMP, and the only say that is because it's been there consistently. I wouldn't really want to touch anything that has been skyrocketing over the last couple of weeks, just because, like, yeah, maybe 5-10% off if you're trying to catch that hype, but you know, just be mindful and play your cards right. But let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. You know what? Let's just jump straight into the charts. Let's talk about what's going on. So right now, Bitcoin is at 48,386. As we can take a look here, we actually had a bit of a dip down to $47,130. So we had a bit of a dip, but let's take a look at the trends, because I've been taking a look at these last couple of weeks, and it's very interesting, and you can start to see some things play out, and I've been seeing other people pointing this out too, so I'm glad I'm not alone. But as we can see, even starting back from, you know, let's go back from July 21st, we see that we get a major run up, and that's when we had a run up from like $29,000, basically all the way up to about, I'm looking at the hourly, I'm sorry. Let's take a look at the daily because it illustrates it a little bit easier for me. Here we go. Yep. So on the daily, as we can see from the dump of the 21st of July at $29,000, we went all the way up to $42,000, right? And that proceeded with 1, 2, 3, 4 days in the red. And after that, we proceeded into a major run up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had a major run up, followed by another day of red, followed by another big pumpage. Then 3 days of red, another day of pumpage, 3 days of red, followed by pumpage. And now what we're experiencing is some pumpage. I mean, right now, my only concern, or not even concern, what I want to see Bitcoin do, especially in the short term, this is very, very short term. I wish I had gone on earlier to talk about this, but since we plummeted, as we can see these peaks and valleys. You can see when we go up and down. And if you're listening on the podcast, you know, just for example, last week, even we can see that on August 16th, we were at about $47,000. When we were trying to breach $48,000, we got rejected. And we got rejected, and we began this descending formation, this descending channel. And we went from 48,000 over the next couple of days. We dipped our toes down into $44,000, which we can see that the week before was actually another support level that we flipped, or resistance level, which was 42, that we flipped to support. And when we tapped into that, we bounced back up. Everybody was like looking around this. I was taking a look, and I was like, you know what? If we hit around the 43,000, I think we're going to get a strong response and jump up. And then we did. And that's what we're looking at right now. We got all the way up to 48,000, and we got rejected at about the $49,000 region. We dipped down, 48, pumped, and now we're on our way down right now. And what we can see is on the daily, you know, we have this major red candle, a good amount of correction. I think what we're going to start seeing, and I'm going to pull up the 4-hour chart because that helps me look, you know, we stair step our way up, we go down a little bit, and we're on our way back up. But for me to think that, to make sure that this is not a relief rally that we're experiencing right now, and the time of this recording is about 11:24 a.m., we're hanging out about $48,409. What we need to do is close an hourly candle over the $8,500 mark. Because at this point, we wicked up just a bit above 48,500. But I really would like to see us close above that. Now, if we close above that, you know, this is not a relief rally. We may be switching trends. However, if we don't, worst case scenario, which is also best case scenario, we continue to do our descent, and maybe we climb back up to 48,500 and we tap back around $46,700. $46,700 to $46,500. I think that'll be another area of support, which we can see here. And if we're able to tap into that, we may be able to bounce off that and go to 51, 52,000 and actually close over $50,000. That might happen. Now, another option too, which I'm okay with because I would just buy more, and if you're looking to dollar cost average, the next support level would actually be down around the $43,000 level. And I say that because that's where we bounced off last time, where we got that major spring from 43 all the way up to basically $50,000. Or technically like 48,000, 49,000, whatever, 48,000, 49. But that's really what triggered that. A lot of people are saying that we may hit the $42,000 level, just because another reason is that it's the 20 SMA, the SMA 20 or whatever, the simple moving average of 20 weeks simple moving average. Excuse me, I'm still learning all of this. And why that's important is that it allows us to continue to test support levels. And what we didn't get to do really previously is that we didn't get to really test the 20 SMA back when we were rallying between January and March. And what would be good is if we tested that, claim it as support, and continue to move up and just have healthy tests of it. Now, does that necessarily need to happen? No. Bitcoin can do whatever it wants to, and we can continue to rally. I was listening to a podcast with Benjamin Cohen. Awesome. And he basically mentioned we don't have to test it. We're not considered overextended until we really hit the $55,000 mark. We could go up to 55, 58 in September, test it there a little bit, and then we would still be good. So we're not overextended yet, but I would take a look at those key levels, as I mentioned, as areas of maybe to place orders in if you are buying. I did buy this morning when it was at 47,000. I may buy a little bit more if it continues to go below that. I'm really happy with where I bought in at. But next level, I would say, is 47. We worked down to 47,100 about. I would say probably between 46 and 47, spread some buy orders. And then maybe as we continue to go down to the 40, maybe 45, but we weren't there for a while. I would say probably down to the $43,000 region to spread out some buys. And as we can see right now, we're in the process of forming another candle on the hourly. So we'll have an idea of where Bitcoin kind of wants to go by 12 p.m. So that'll be exciting. Whether or not it decides to rally up and decide to, change its pattern, awesome. If it continues to go down a little bit, I'm good with that. I'm happy to buy some more cheap Bitcoin. Now, so there's nothing really to worry about. We've seen this pattern before. Chill out, zoom out. I mean, come on. You can't really be upset about, basically a 70 to 60% gain from Bitcoin. Like, major rallies, to even be complaining about 48,400 or 47,000. Like, I remember when I was like cheering and screaming when we closed over like 34, 35, or 42 or 44. We're at $48,000. So anything below 47,000, 46,000, I would buy. 44,000 is a good time to enter. But I don't see us dipping below 42,000, 43,000. We have just way too many touch points here, over the last couple of weeks where we claimed it as support and bounced up. I think if we bounce down to 43, we're going to see a major springboard kind of event occur, and we're probably going to blast through 50,000 and just murder it. But I think as of right now, we're just in this holding pattern. We're in this descending channel right now. And Bitcoin is just deciding whether or not it wants to change and go positive, and that's what we're just monitoring now. And we'll take a look. Again, continue to spread out your buys. Be patient. When in doubt, zoom out. We're in such a good position right now. Even while I'm recording this, the market cap went up from 0.06 to 0.07 trillion. Let's take a look. Yeah, the market cap is doing fantastic just over the year. Just really good to see that we're claiming that again. And the total altcoins without Bitcoin doing so well. It's doing so well. Yeah, doing very well. Other than that, taking a look at some cool news. Or actually, let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index before we go over to some news, which will be short and sweet. Yesterday, we were at 79 in extreme greed, down to 73. Nothing shocking there, honestly, just because of the dippage. People are probably like in like this belief phase. Like I've seen some charts where people are taking some profits, which is good to take. Like there's nothing wrong with taking profits. I plan on hodling because I think we are in the middle of the bull run or just the beginning of it. I think there's a lot of room to grow, and I've been taking some profits on some altcoins that like I've had that like have 4x. You know, nothing wrong with taking some profits there and reallocating some into my Bitcoin. And just buying more Bitcoin, honestly, just stacking my sats. But overall, the sentiment is pretty positive. I think everybody's just kind of waiting to see what Bitcoin does next. If we're able to close over 50,000 and 51,000, I think we're going to see a lot of people enter, especially traders, and going long on Bitcoin. I really do think that. Now, some news. Budweiser getting into crypto. I saw this the other day. I saw their profile picture, and I was like, that looks like some NFT art. And of course it is. Budweiser buys beer.eth domain for 30 Ethereum, Rocket NFT for 8 ETH. So they bought an NFT, so they bought Ethereum, and they also bought the domain. This is what they had to say. Budweiser is taking its first steps into the NFT universe. I can't pronounce Bush. Anheuser Busch. I don't know. NBEF's spokesperson told CoinDesk via email, "We're excited to support Tom Sachs and his Rocket Factory project to join his incredible community." A link to DNS address on NFT marketplace OpenSea shows the Rocket display, and Budweiser's Twitter profile was bought for 8 Ethereum. And they also bought the ETH domain for about 30 ETH, which is translated to $95,000. The shop touted, not good at this, guys, not good, as a long-term business play. By beer company executives will see the intellectual property of Budweiser as another beer brand, packaged and sold as NFT. So again, just seeing more and more adoption. This is awesome to see. Never would I have thought that Budweiser would get an ETH domain or buy an NFT, but you know, with Visa buying NFTs, this is nothing too crazy. It's starting to happen. It's starting to happen, guys. And lastly, Michael Saylor buys more Bitcoin, an additional 3,907 Bitcoin for 177 million in cash, and an average price of 45,294 per Bitcoin as of August 23rd. We hodl 108,992 Bitcoins, acquired for about 2.918 billion at an average price of 26,769. This man, ultimate hodler. This man is on a rampage. This is addicted to crypto. Honestly, like, this is awesome to see, because like someone who's investing this much into crypto, like, they don't really care about where the price is, whether it's down or up. They plan on holding this asset for the long haul with no intentions to sell anytime soon. So it's really cool to see, you know, Michael Saylor continue to acquire and buy more and more Bitcoin. You know, of course, this doesn't get everyone super excited, because, you know, we've seen Michael Saylor buy Bitcoin over and over and over again. But I think this is just more, you know, follow where the money goes. You know, follow what the millionaires, the billionaires, these companies are doing. Though we may not have the money of a million or a billionaire, we can move accordance to what they're doing, because they're going where the money is going. And that's where I want to be at as well. So really cool to see that, you know, there are people like Michael Saylor that are just DCAing, dollar cost averaging all the way up, no matter what, and just trying to get as much Bitcoin as they possibly can. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. We'll keep an eye out on what Bitcoin decides to do over the next day or so, we'll have a better idea of where it's going. But again, this next move is going to shock everyone. Whether it continues to go up right now and it decides to break through 48,500 and just go back up, or it goes down a little bit more and then bounces up, this move is going to be very, very violent. And I think it's going to be very exciting for all of us. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you're on the podcast, leave a 5-star rating. Connect with me on socials at Media by Marvin on Instagram and Twitter. Have a great day, everyone. Peace out.